Block Island project is very important to the Olsen Windcarrier because it's the first of its kind. It's a landmark project and a groundbreaking project of the emerging US offshore wind industry. And that's obviously an industry we want to partake in and help bring forward. So it's been very important for us to be able to execute this project efficiently, successfully and on time.
The result of 2 years of meticulous planning is now visible 3 miles off the coast of Block Island. The Deepwater Wind project is the first offshore wind farm in American history and will generate clean, renewable energy to more than 17,000 homes in Rhode Island.
I think the reason both Fred. Olsen Windcarrier and also Global Wind Service was selected for this project was a combination of our general experience with the offshore wind industry. By the time we signed this contract, we had a number of successful projects behind us.
The Fred. Olsen companies have a long history in the maritime and offshore industry. With more than 165 years of experience, it quickly gained a reputation for quality and reliability when entering the offshore wind industry. The final leg of this landmark project began in Esbjerg, Denmark, where 5 transport grillages were loaded on board our installation vessel, Brave Tern. The jack-up vessel has a crane capacity of 800 tons and can carry a payload of up to 7,600 tons. It requires careful planning and a steady hand to place the load correctly on deck.
Experience is important in any type of construction industry, but in offshore in particular, I think, because doing the job offshore, you're far from assistance and help if anything happens. Everything is more expensive because of the actual physical location, so you have to get things right the first time around. And that's why good planning and to be able to actually execute according to plan is very important in the offshore wind industry.
From Denmark, Brave Tern made its way to Saint-Nazaire in France, where the 5 GE Halliard 150 6-megawatt nacelles were loaded.
We had to load components which weight was around 450 tons. We had to do it very slow and careful, because during the loading operations, the vessel may not bend more than 1 degree over the side. We have very powerful and sophisticated propulsion system. We can maneuver this vessel very precisely when we are in port or on a project.
From Saint-Nazaire, Brave Tern set course for Rhode Island in the United States. 15 days crossing the Atlantic, carrying the 5 nacelles on deck.
15 amazing days, because we were really lucky with the weather.
After 3,000 nautical miles, Brave Tern arrives in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. Before the installation at Block Island, experienced offshore technicians from the Fred. Olsen related company Global Wind Service joined the crew of the Brave Tern for the offshore assembly of the giant wind turbines.
We've been doing a lot of the scope work which we usually do, so we've been doing all the marine engineering, planning all operations of the installation vessel. We've been doing lift engineering, planning the actual lifts and the installation of the turbines. So we've also done some rather special work, most notably pertaining to the transatlantic transit. In addition, we've been working alongside some feeder barges in the US, which we're not used to from the European market. So we had to carefully manage our interfaces with those, and that has also put some constraints in our planning. That's been some new elements to the planning and engineering this time around.
Not only will the Block Island wind farm provide clean energy and reduce air pollution, it also marks the beginning of a new offshore industry in the US, and both Fred. Olsen Windcarrier and Global Wind Service played an important role in realizing this pioneering project.
We're very proud to be a part of the Block Island project. It's an important project for the entire US offshore wind industry, being the first of its kind. We're honored to be a part of that. And also, while it has been a lot of hard work, as always with these projects, it's a project that has been surrounded with a lot of enthusiasm and positive spirit.
As of mid-August 2016, well ahead of schedule, the Block Island wind farm became a reality. A new chapter in American energy history began, and both Fred. Olsen Windcarrier and Global Wind Service plan to play a key part in the future of this great adventure.
It's been a lot of fun as well. So it's been a good project.